Hi guys, welcome back to my WOTV Vision guide. Now I'm gonna review Whisper. She is kinda unique because she is the first magic tank on this game, so she doesn't have any competition. But let's compare her to top physical tank Angelbird and Ramza, because like I have said in a previous video, Ramza can become a semi-tank. If you take a look on her stats, then you may wonder why she can become a tank. Because her health is below average. It is about the same as a glass cannon character like Stern, only about 1600. However, she compensates that with +6 on her defense and spirit stats. Even better, like you can see that she has 25% all attack type resist. Most characters on this game don't have this kind of luxury. They always have one or even more minus resistance. Even Angelbird has -30% magic resist. So yes, this is really special trait. Her master ability gives her an additional 5% resist. So it is 30% all attack type resist. Amazing. Her attack stats is also quite decent. The base attack stats is lower than Ramza, but she gets attack plus 20%, which compensates that. She also has a little bit of critical rate boost. Another bad thing is her mobility, but that may not be a problem because her task is to tank the damage. But still, that means you will have hard time reaching enemy positions to break their stats. Enough about stats, now let's talk about her jobs. Whisper's main job is Nike, and it is decent because it has Trinity Break. Trinity Break can break attack and magic by 39% and 21% agility. So yes, pretty decent. The individual attack break is a little bit better, 43%, but it probably not that important at this point of the game, only 4% difference, okay? The Nike subclass, probably not that good though. By equipping Knight subclass, you can break magic and agility individually. But yeah, why do you want to do that? Because you already have Trinity Break, so why bother with those two breaks, okay? Unless maybe you fight lots of enemies and you need to break each enemy's magic, then you don't need this Knight subclass. Okay, so simply ignore the Knight subclass. Now, Samurai subclass. Bad news is she doesn't have access to Congo. So yes, it's kind of bad. However, like it or not, this is probably the best subclass for her. At least you have access to Hien. Remember that she has bad mobility, so this skill can become your offensive tool in the beginning part of the battle while getting close to the enemies. It has brave and evasion buff too, so if you want to create an evasion based party, then Whisper is a good tank for you, as Angelbird doesn't have that kind of buff. The last subclass, Spell Blade. It is kinda bad, guys, because she has bad magic stats, unlike Ramza. Okay, so if you remember, Ramza has high attack and magic, which allow him to use the Spellblade class to the fullest. So the only reason for you to use this job is for taunting spells as a provoking tool, but that is not necessary if you have Foe of Love Vision card. For support abilities, I think the best are Provision of Light and Blade Soul. Okay, Provision of Light is good because it increases your resistance against magic attack. For your note, I take the data from Japan Wiki, so I don't know the correct naming for the support ability. So it is passive, which you get from Spellblade Job, okay? And yes, as a dark character, Whisper weak against light element, but this passive or support ability nullifies that because it increases your light resist. Okay, so if you need that light resist and magic, you can replace this with health up level 1. Okay, for the second passive, I think Blade Soul is good candidate because it increases your attack power. It also gives you evasion, which is nice combined with illusion from Samurai subclass. For reaction ability, there are two options. If you are really into evasion, then your pick should be Third Eye, as it increases your evasion. But for me, I prefer Sword Guard because it has effect for both physical and magical attack. And of course, if you fight only magic attack, then Magic Guard obviously better. For limit burst, I must say it is kinda bad, okay? Don't get angry. What I mean bad is the range, okay? It has extremely short range. The effect is nice though. It reduces enemies' bravery stats based on wiki. It can reduce 42 brave points. Wow, 42 guys on the maximum level. But like you know that leveling up limit burst on this game is pretty insane, so maybe let's take a look. On the lowest level, it reduced 20 brave point, but still it is pretty good because, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? From my understanding, 1 brave point increases your damage about 1%. So it starts at 50, okay? At 50 bravery you deal normal damage, and at 100 you deal about 50% more damage, okay? That's from what I read on Japan Wiki, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, so that means if you use this and reduce enemies' brave point, whoa, 20% damage, physical damage reduction. Combine that with your break, it will be insane. Okay, now let's talk about Vision card. For UR rarity, I must say there are no right cards for her. Okay, you can use Shiva though if you don't have any ice attackers on your party, so yeah, you don't need the effect from Shiva Vision card passive, okay? But Shiva main strength is her party boost because it gives you evasion, okay? So if you plan to create evasion party, then this can be equipped on her, okay? Really good. But in my opinion, the best Vision card for her is the Vow of Love, okay? It is on the MR rarity, okay? Because Vow of Love gives you hate stats, so you don't need to use taunting spells to provoke the enemy. But from my experience, it is very hard to find this card, okay? I have pulled many mega rare Vision cards duplicate, but this one, only one. I have this only one. I know it is just RNG, God. Okay, so if you get this a lot, congratulations. I just want to share my rant with you. Next candidate is Shadowbringers. This limited card raise your light resist and improve your dark attack. So yes, this card is good on dark elemental characters, but still, Vow of Love is the best. And there are no SR cards which fit her, but you can use rarity card, okay? I know it's kind of stupid, the rarity naming, okay? There are 2 R rarity cards. I believe you have these 2, okay? Wizette and Leonis Castle. use them depending on the situation you are in. For Trust Mastery Word, I must say it is very good for herself. It increased all attack type resist by 5%, which means she has 35% resistance against all attack type. Wow. But for other characters, especially non-tankers, it may not be that good. The ability it grants may be good, but maybe no, because I never use it. Okay, from the description, it boosts defense spirit by sacrificing health, but I think a tank should have this kind of abilities. Yeah, I forget Divine Healing or whatever. I forgot Angel Bird ability. Okay, it also not Divine Healing, but Angel Bird has a skill that increases defense and spirit but lower evasion. So I don't think this is that special. Okay, but again, that's just my opinion. And finally, the conclusion for Whisper. She's quite strange as a tanker. Yes, she has good resistance, but that's only good if she has tankiness of a real tank. Got it? The problem here is her health. Wow, very low. It is even lower than most attackers. So if you remember, Orlando has about 2000 health. But yeah, this one 1600. So if you compare her to Angel Bird, that means her health is only half of Angel Bird health. So maybe, okay, just maybe, Angel Bird effective health is still better than her. Unless, of course, you fight a bunch of mage at the same time. In that case, Whisper may shine. Okay, but against physical attack, I believe Angel Bird is still the best. That's why I call her magic tank, not physical tank. Okay, as an Angel Bird user, I'm really satisfied with Angel Bird. Okay, he is so tanky, and yes, sometimes he takes magic damage, but until now there is no magic damage that can kill him because, whoa, his health too many. Okay, and I don't think I need Whisper as my tank until a situation forced me to use something like her. But I believe we may get the poor version of her later. Okay, like MR characters. Okay, so for now, I can only give her maybe 8.5 out of 10. Maybe she is made for whale who want to fight trio mage on the PvP or guild battle. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all you need to know about Whisper. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more World of the Vision video. Bye bye guys.